Some buildings just aren't that pretty, so why do I bother to paint them? There's something about sketching a place that makes me remember it so much more vividly than just taking a photo. I sketched these houses just because they were there. They happened to be the closest view from this pub garden, which was the perfect spot to sit with a cold drink after a walk on the beach. They're certainly not the prettiest houses. Higgledy-piggledy, a little bit scruffy perhaps, but that's probably what drew me to them, as well as the fact that they were right in front of me. For this sketch, I started with some loose pencil marks to block in the big shapes. I'm using a watercolour pencil so that I don't have to rub out the lines later, they'll just dissolve away when I put on the watercolour wash. And yes, I did forget to sharpen my pencil or bring a pencil sharpener with me. Once the structure was in place, I went in with pen, keeping my lines loose and relaxed. This is Old Felixstowe on the east coast of England, and just across the River Deben stands Bawdsey Manor, famous for its role in the development of radar technology. In the 1930s, this grand red brick mansion was known as RAF Bawdsey and became the site of the first operational radar station in the world. It continued as a radar station throughout most of the Cold War. For me, urban sketching isn't just about finding the most picturesque view, clearly. It's about capturing a moment in time, a place, an experience. And now, looking back, this sketch actually means even more because the pub's closed. Sadly, possibly for good. Although I have heard whispers that someone else is interested in buying it and reopening it, which I hope's true, but we'll see. I don't always sketch chocolate box scenes. Over the past couple of years I've sketched plenty of much prettier places. In Lavenham, Orford, Aldborough, Hebden Bridge. I sketched the Radcliffe Camera in Oxford, which might not be classed as pretty, but it's certainly very striking and a challenge. But not every sketch has to be a perfect postcard view. This, for example, was sketched from the car when waiting for a takeaway. And this was the view from my window on a trip to our office in the Netherlands. Sometimes it really is just about capturing the moment. And other times it's simply about getting out there. I recently sketched an old converted airport terminal that was pretty boring really, but I had very limited time and I just wanted to go out and sketch something. When I look back at these sketches, I don't just see the drawing, I remember everything about the occasion too. The weather, the sounds, what I ate, what I was drinking, who I was with. And for me, that's what makes sketching so powerful. Even if the subject's not particularly inspiring and the drawing isn't perfect, the memory can be. And it's a reminder that urban sketching isn't about making perfect art. It's about capturing moments, big or small, beautiful or scruffy, and bringing them back to life every time you open your sketchbook. Keeping these old sketchbooks is a great way to relive those moments, and also a good way to gauge whether you're progressing as an artist, I suppose. Once I'd finished the line work with a fountain pen, I added some watercolour, keeping it simple, just a few loose washes to suggest some colour and shadow. I didn't try to make it neat or polished. I don't think I ever do. So if you ever feel unsure about what to sketch, just draw what's in front of you. You never know what memories it'll bring back one day. If you've ever sketched a place that holds a special memory, please do let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Looking at it now, I can almost hear the chatter from the beer garden and feel the warmth of the sun and taste that first sip of cold beer. And if you want to see more sketches like this of really boring buildings, please do consider subscribing. And that's it, a quick, imperfect sketch of a very ordinary but memorable place. Thanks very much and happy sketching.